This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
The student population is growing and the Hazleton Area School District is going to need more space. That story and much more next. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for your time. I'm Ken Karen. You're watching us in HD on Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513 and in SD on Channel 13. And local news is available at your fingertips 24 hours a day with the Samsung Productions app. Now to our headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The search is on to find much needed space to accommodate the growing student population in the Hazleton Area School District. Our Lisa Sugart sat down with District Superintendent Brian Uplinger to talk about the feasibility study that is being undertaken to look for possible solutions.
We're looking to possibly lease buildings, purchase buildings, build buildings, again, utilize possibly the pool spaces that are within our elementary, middle schools. There's an inequity there to begin with. Not all of our elementary, middle schools have pools. So we're looking at that space as a possible area for classrooms. It's not a definitive answer. It's just one possibility on the list. And bringing in an architect will certainly help us with that process.
So the Schrader Group is that firm, and the district is paying $45,000 for this feasibility study now. So what do you hope to get out of it, and when do you expect to have the results?
We should probably have something back within the next 2 to 3 months from them. We're hoping that they can tell us that you don't need to use the pools, that you could reconfigure your buildings this way or that way or what have you. But the need could be there to utilize that space. It could also tell us that we need to add on to one of our existing buildings and redesign the borders for each of our elementary middle schools. There could be 8 to 10 different scenarios that they provide us once that study's completed.
Now, you have several schools at capacity already, including the high school. So when people are registering still, are they all ages of students that are coming in?
They are. They're K through 12. We are, again, at capacity in many of our buildings. Give you an example, one of our social studies classes at the high school is at 40 students. So we're looking to bring in another teacher to possibly help mitigate that number of students. Because we've hired a few students or teachers within the district, the numbers in our kindergarten classes have gone down. We used to have 35 in a kindergarten classroom. Now we're down to about 24, which is still a little high for kindergarten in my opinion, but we're working on it and we're doing the best we can at this point because we don't have the space to put any more classes.
I know it's too hard to predict what will happen, but are you thinking there is going to have to be either a building program or new buildings purchased or something done to alleviate this? I'm sure they'll find you some space, but probably not enough for all the students.
Right. I can tell you now there probably is not going to be enough space in the existing buildings. There's more than likely going to be the need to purchase or build onto an existing building or some type of building project, yes.
Is there anything right now that you're looking at definitively or too soon to tell?
Yeah, it's too soon to tell. We have a subcommittee of our facilities board committee together that are looking at buildings, and we're going to see what comes out of that discussion.
So we have the feasibility study and the budget process underway at the same time. I guess they kind of go hand in hand, so you need to work together with that.
Yeah, they most definitely do. If we're not able to fund it, then we're certainly not going to purchase it.
Interview and the district's current student population, 11,541, with new students registering each week. In other news, a 16-year-old male is in a juvenile detention center after being charged with arson. Hazleton police responded to the 400 block of West Chapel Street around 8:15 last night for a report of a male attempting to light a fire inside a residence. One of the victims told police that a relative was attempting to light a cardboard box on fire inside the home. The 16-year-old juvenile was taken into custody and charged with arson and recklessly endangering another person. A 15-year-old female was also in the home at the time. The Hazleton Fire Department and State Police Fire Marshal assisted on the scene. Police Chief Jerry Speziale called the matter a dangerous and potentially deadly situation, which he says was thankfully stopped in its tracks by the responding personnel. And Hazleton Police and Luzerne County Coroner's Office are investigating after a man was found dead outside yesterday morning. The man, who was in his late 40s, was found deceased around 9 a.m. at Morris Lane and Columbus Court. No foul play is suspected. Officials are attempting to notify the next of kin. Well, how many dog masks do you think were at the Eagles Super Bowl parade? I'll read the story and you try and count. The city of brotherly love showed their love for this year's Super Bowl champions on Thursday. The festivities were still going on when I was writing this story. The parade started at 11 a.m. and ended up at the Philadelphia Museum of Art with speeches. Around 2 million people were expected to be part of the celebration. A new restaurant that will soon open outside of the Laurel Mall is looking for employees. Bogart's Sports Bar and Smorgasbord, located in the Strip Mall, right near the mall itself, will host a job fair. We talked with mall property manager Rocco Aruzzo.
Bogart's Sports Bar and Smorgasbord will be opening hopefully soon. He is doing a job fair this coming weekend, February 9th and 10th. We'll have the job fair set up in the Boscov's wing, and he looks to hire between 50 and 60 full and part-time employees.
Should people come prepared for an interview?
Yes, from what they're telling us, they'll have the applications available, bring your resume, and they'll also interview you on site depending on how many people they have.
And what type of restaurant will Bogart's be?
It's going to be a variety of everything. It's going to be a deli. He's going to have a small beer store in there. He's also going to have the bar, of course, the sports bar. He'll have the full restaurant. There is going to be 1 or 2 rooms that will be dedicated to small dinners and wedding, receptions and funeral dinners, things like that. So it's going to be a variety of everything. Plus, he's going to have a buffet on every day.
And again, the job fair is scheduled for tomorrow and Saturday in the Boscov's wing of the Laurel Mall. Years from now, when I retire, I want people to say that's the guy who used to give away Frankie's Pizza. In truth, it's the Vito family giving you a chance to win a box of 12 slices of Frankie's cold pizza with their signature sauce and cheese blend, baked fresh with no preservatives. Call right now, 570-459-9813, extension 104. We need your full name and phone number, and we'll pick a winner at random. And remember, you can only win once every 30 days here on SSPTV. Coming up next, grab onto something because we're launching to Jupiter in our latest astronomy segment, and then we're going to hometown to meet one of this season's most exciting high school basketball players. This is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
On Tuesday, SpaceX launched the world's most powerful rocket, Falcon Heavy. It was a test flight and it was outstanding. Go to SpaceX's website and YouTube channel to watch the flight and the landings of a pair of rockets. The payload on this mission was Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster with a mannequin named Starman driving. It's now on its way to the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. And speaking of Jupiter, it's the topic of our latest astronomy segment. Let's welcome back Scott McAndrews, the president of the Greater Hazleton Area Astronomical Society, telling us all about the night sky in our area. I guess everywhere here in the Northern Hemisphere, space is space. It's a nice thing that unites us everywhere. And tonight today we're gonna focus on, or tonight, whenever you're watching us, on a planet, a single planet in our solar system, really the king of planets, I guess, in our solar system, Jupiter. You can't miss it when it's up.
True. It's a very bright planet. It is a cool planet to take a look at. It's an easy target for an amateur astronomer. Very easy to find. Now, you're not going to see it too well until we start getting to the end of April, and then through the summer months, it's going to be more prevalent in the night sky. But the thing to look for in Jupiter is the way that the moons are, Io, Ganymede, Europa, and Callisto. They are the 4 easiest moons to see when you're looking at it. They change constantly, of course, as they rotate around the planet. And as you look through it through the night, you're going to notice that sometimes you'll see a shadow of the moon go across the disk of Jupiter, or you'll see it go behind and finally peek up on the other side. And no matter when you go and look at it, they're always going to be in a different spot. So that's pretty cool. Plus, if you have a nice night to look at it, you're going to catch the cloud bands, and sometimes you might be able to see the great red spot. So it's a good planet to take a look at and to see how things work with the planet. It's a great planet to take a peek at, Jupiter.
And what I like to do too is when I'm done, and when I first saw the moons of Jupiter again, blew my mind. I just couldn't believe it. I say that a lot on this segment. Maybe that's what we'll call this segment, blowing Kenny's mind. But you look up some images too that NASA has, and just some facts about this incredible large gas giant planet that keeps us safe from some of the stuff flying out there. I think in the outer solar system. So keep an eye on that. I guess naked eye too. You could spot it. You're not going to see the moons.
You're not going to see the moons. No, you can see it naked eye, and if you know where to look, you'll be able to see Saturn as well. Just have to know where to look. Usually it follows Jupiter in the sky.
Now, if you want to take a peek at Jupiter, it's rising around 2 a.m. right now. Believe me, it's worth getting up for. Saturn rises around 5 a.m. and hey, Mars shoots up around 3 a.m. You can wake up, bundle up, and have a planet party. And if you do head out, remember to grab an app like Google Sky Map to help you navigate out there, but you really can't miss Jupiter. And remember, if you're interested in learning more about the universe, become a member of the Greater Hazleton Area Astronomical Society. Visit them online at ghaas.org and facebook.com/Greater Hazleton Astronomy. Will tonight be a good night to view this giant planet, what we call Jupiter? Let's check the weather forecast and find out.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Some clouds around in the sky this afternoon. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight will be partly cloudy. We'll have a low of 13 degrees with west wind from 3 to 8 miles per hour. And then on Friday, we have a 40% chance of some flurries, maybe some snow after 1 p.m. Cloudy, high of 29 degrees. New snow accumulation of less than half an inch is possible. Friday night looks cloudy with a low of 29 degrees. And then on Saturday, 70% chance of rain and snow. Then rain likely after 10 a.m. We'll have a high of 40 degrees. On Saturday night, rain is likely, cloudy with a low of 36 degrees. Sunday, once again, rain is likely, 70% chance, cloudy with a high of 43. Sunday night, 40% chance of rain showers before 8 p.m. Then a chance of rain and snow showers, mostly cloudy, low of 26. Monday will be mostly sunny with a high in the mid-30s. And then Monday night, partly cloudy, low of 22 degrees. And now it's time for our Volunteer of the Week segment, a person, couple, or group who makes this a better place to live. And it's brought to you by Workforce Resources Staffing Company in West Hazleton with temporary to permanent, seasonal, and temporary placements. You must apply in person. And now here's Lisa Sugart with tonight's honoree.
Well, I must say, this has become one of my favorite segments here at SSPTV News, our Volunteer of the Week. And I'm very pleased to be joined today by the lovely Lucille Marsh. She is from Hollywood, Pennsylvania, not to be confused with Hollywood, California. But she is our recipient of this honor for this week. And pleased to say that Jeff and Vicki Fritz, who were here as our first people to receive the Volunteer of the Week recognition, said Lucille Marsh is a wonderful lady who does a lot. So congratulations.
Thank you.
It is a pleasure to have you here, and you are a very busy lady. I said, I don't know where you find the time to do everything, but I guess let's start with your volunteer work for your church. You have been a longtime volunteer at Good Shepherd Church in Drums.
Yes, I have. I volunteer for the breakfast. I've been there about a year after they started, so it's like 30-some years there. And I volunteer at bingo. Twice a month I work bingo there.
Okay, so they have the bingos, and then the breakfast is monthly, correct?
Once a month, yes. In fact, it's Sunday.
All right. So now, I've been to those breakfasts, and I know they're very good, and there's a lot of work goes into that. So why is it so important for you to do this, to carry on this tradition?
Well, I just enjoy working with other people, and I enjoy doing what I do, really.
Very good. Now, as if that's not enough that you're doing that to help the church, you are very popular with your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren. So tell us about that rigorous schedule.
Well, I've been taking care of my two grandchildren. They live 2 doors away from me since they're babies, and they're both in school now. So I go over in the mornings at 7, and my grandson leaves for work about 5:30. My granddaughter leaves at 7:30, and the kids get themselves dressed, but I get their clothes out, and then I get them on the bus, and then I go back over about 3 o'clock, let the dogs out, and wait for my grandchildren to get off the bus, and I stay there with them until one of the parents get home from work.
So you've got a routine, and I said, everybody that hears your story, we want to clone you. We all need one of you. All need a Lucille in our life.
Well, I really would like to help it out more, but I'm really quite busy.
And if that's not enough that you're helping out your family all week and you're helping out your church, you work as well.
Yes, I do. I work at Fritzingertown on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays.
So your life is very busy.
Yes, but like I said, I think that's what keeps me going, is all the things that I do for helping out everybody else.
So we're hoping that this segment each week will inspire other people to do the same. And you said even at the church, a lot of the volunteers have been there a long time, but you're hoping to inspire younger people to get involved as well so that they can carry on the traditions throughout our area.
Yes, I really would love to see that, because we really don't have a lot of young volunteers. I mean, we do have some that volunteer when they have to do like confirmation or something, and we really appreciate that, but we would really like to get some of the younger people in the church to help volunteer at both bingo and at the breakfast, because we really do need help.
Well, as do all organizations in the area. If you would like to be an inspiration like Lucille is, get involved in your church, your community, help out people in the community, your loved ones or friends, and it'll make you feel good, and it'll keep you young like this young lady right here. Congratulations, keep up the good work, and I hope that other people want to be just like you.
Thank you. I hope so too.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you, Lucille. Remember, you can drop by and see Lucille at Good Shepherd Church for their breakfast every month. It's the first Sunday of every month. And now your green screen midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers: pick 2, 2 ones, pick 3, 968, pick 4, 6812, pick 5, 40698. The wild number is 3. When we come back, we have a feature story on the Marion Colts basketball team.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
If you're a fan of high school basketball, or if you read the sports page in the Standard Speaker, you probably have seen the name Tyler Fritz. Fritz has been having quite the season for Marion Catholic so far, and our John Eric Pola has the latest on the talented sophomore.
Every time Tyler Fritz takes the court, you can expect him to put up big numbers. The Marion Catholic sophomore has dialed up 445 points so far this season, averaging over 22 points a game. In fact, there was a stretch during the season where Fritz was averaging 33 points. Fritz credits his red-hot shooting performances to his teammates and to the work that he's put in during the off-season.
I mean, I feel really good right now shooting the ball and stuff. My teammates are finding me. I'm able to knock down my shots. Everything's flowing. It's pretty good.
Now, was there something that maybe you worked on to make yourself such a good shooter like that?
Yeah, I work very hard in the off-season. I put a lot of time in, and it shows.
What are some of the things that you did in the off-season?
Shooting at like a faster pace, so in the game things kind of slow down, so it's more comfortable.
I've been here 20 years. He's the hardest worker that I've seen here. I mean, he's working at it every day, and it is. He knew he was going to have to, step up a little bit since we lost most of our big guys inside, and so he draws a lot of attention from everyone, and he knew in order to get his shots off, he was going to have to work on it, and he has, and it shows.
Marion's coach, John Patton, knows how special of a player Fritz is, and one thing that sticks out to Patton is how he makes his teammates better.
Well, I think what he does is offensively, he does everything for us. I mean, he can handle the ball, he can shoot from the outside, he can get to the basket, he can shoot foul shots. I mean, he's a complete offensive player. But probably the best thing that he does is he makes everybody around him better. So, our guys are getting open shots because he draws so much attention, but he finds them, and he puts them in a position to be successful, and that's all we can ask for.
At the rate Fritz is going, it appears that he'll be taking a special place in Marion basketball history. It's been 11 years since the Marion Catholic Colts last put a name on their 1,000-point scoring list. But if Tyler Fritz continues to keep pouring in buckets, he'll definitely be the next player to reach 1,000 points. Reaching the 1,000-point milestone is one of the goals that Fritz has. But his main goal is something that him and his teammates will have to do together.
I want to win a district championship every single year, starting this year. I won one last year. I want to get the one this year.
Last season, Marion won the District 11 championship and finished the season with a 21-5 record. The Colts lost some good players from that team due to graduation, and this year's team may have a 12-8 record so far, but it appears that this year's Colts are starting to find their stride. So, buckle up.
Anything can happen. I mean, last year, we had a team that had a lot of experience. This year's team doesn't have a lot of experience, but we have a lot of guys that are willing to learn, and we'll see. It's going to be a fun ride.
Before Marion starts playing towards a district title, they will have a chance at another title tomorrow night when they travel to Panther Valley. A win for the Colts would give them the Schuylkill League Division III title. Reporting for SSPTV Sports, I'm John Eric Pauli.
Thank you, John. And John just told you what I was going to say. Tonight, there's a big game between Panther Valley and Marion. Let's go to the SSPTV standard speaker scoreboard right now. Shenandoah Valley, they lost to Nativity in girls basketball, and the Monoy boys, they lost on the road at Mount Carmel. Penn State Wilkes-Barre had a big second half and held on to beat the Penn State Hazleton men. The Wilkes-Barre women also got a victory over the local Lady Lions. Lexi Kern-Setter won the 200 free and the 100 backstroke, and Sarah Mao won the 200 IM and the 100 breaststroke as Tamaqua beat Saucon Valley. The Tamaqua boys lost. The Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins won their fourth straight with a W over Springfield. They are away this weekend at Providence. And right now, I'm calling a timeout, but I'll be back to wrap up the show.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's talk. The town will start today's social report by wishing Lisa Sugard a very special happy birthday from your family, friends, and everyone here at SSP TV News. The 17th annual No Tap Bowling Tournament that benefits community services for Sight will be held on Saturday, February 10th, with the snow date being held on February 17th. This event is at Valley Lanes in Sybertsville. For more information, you can call 570-455-0421. And one today's social report with the two-day fundraiser to support Amanda and Grayson Capus. The first event is Saturday, February 24th from 3 to 8 p.m. at Bunkers in Hazleton. The next day, Sunday, February 25th, you can head to the other side in Freeland from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. For more information on this event, you can contact Rosalind at the number or email on your screen. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these who recently departed. George Fedor of West Oakland. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home in Freeland will announce their arrangements. And Louise Marie Gower of Whitehaven. Mass is Saturday at 11 a.m. at St. Patrick's Church in Whitehaven. Friends and McCall Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Lehman Family Funeral Home in Whitehaven. Attention pay-per-view subscribers! If you see your name now on SSPTV News, you can call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Carol James of Frackville. Call now and leave a message at 570-455-7267 extension 104 for your free movie.
Did you know the most famous person to come from the Hazleton area, Lisa Sugard, shares a birthday with the second most famous person, Joe Madden? How about that? Well, we will see you again tomorrow. Wrap up the week. Adopt Me comes your way, and so much more. I'll see you then. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.